Good Tuesday morning, Larry Sprinkle and Chris Mulcahy, and that's, well, when there's two of us, what does it mean?
We're talking about weather.
Yeah, there you go. And finally, I mean, it's been so long that we have not really talked about rain. Let's take a look at the cameras, and you can see from all the views right here. Drops on the lens, every single location, Kannapolis and Concord, Uptown, Charlotte, Monroe. Good to see that. I mean,
really
normally
nice.
we're told, oh, look at this. We need the rain so desperately. It's about time.
And I did a story on Drought a couple of weeks ago, and one of the biggest things that they say is that really slow and steady wins the drought. So we're actually putting up a decent amount of rain, but this is a perfect drought-curing rain because it's not torrential downpours. It's still some heavy rain, but it's slowly soaking in. It is starting to cause a little bit of ponding, but this is what you like to see. So this is really nice.
Rain from the mountains to the beaches and every spot in between. About 50 at Boone, low 60s here. In the 70s over most of the coastal areas of North and South Carolina. But satellite radar, that's all just the kind of steady light rain. A lot of people really don't like to drive in. Who does? And we got the intermittent windshield wipers, but we need it so bad. We'll expand the view and show you the bigger picture. Back to the west, heavier rain moves in later today, but we certainly need it. I mean, you know, if you go back to September, we're over 7 inches below where we should be. I know you had some stats on that. You're talking about it.
Yeah, and I'll bring these up right now, Cody, if we can switch over to it. So looking at some of the numbers, we have not seen a lot of rain recently. So the last time that we had over a quarter inch of rain was October 14th. That was 37 days ago, 38 if you include today. Rain so far of the most recent hourly update is close to a half inch.
That's good.
So that's amazing. So that means over the last 37 days, Larry, we've had less than a tenth of an inch, only 900ths.
That is so wrong.
That's
awful. That happen.
So in 83 days ago, we had over an inch of rain. The only reason why I bring up that stat is likely, more than likely, we're already halfway there, we are going to have over an inch of rain
August
today.
29th. Let's go to Futurecast and show you. Throughout the morning, we have the rain continues on and off now all the way to 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock. As we head towards lunchtime, some showers out there. I think we're going to see a break probably around 3 o'clock. So there will be a lull in the rain. You can do to the left. Some showers to the right, some showers. And that's that frontal boundary that comes through this evening. Ooh. This is some very, very heavy rainfall. That's why we're in that low-end category for severe weather. Always potential for some storms at that time as well.
Yeah, and that lull is going to be the key there. So I think if we continue to if we can get that light and moderate rain. The good news is I don't think we're going to see a lot of sun. I think the clouds are going to be pretty thick, so that's going to help out. But the winds out of the south are driving in warmer temperatures, and that's actually driving in more instability. And then sometimes that rising moisture fuels things up. So that's why it's going to be the window of opportunity Larry just saw there. It's really late afternoon to the early evening, but I would really say that the window of opportunity is between like 6 to 10 o'clock for the Charlotte area.
So people on the way home, people heading out, you may encounter some heavy rain, some gusty winds. And then, you know, when we see this, and, you know, this is all Doppler estimates. Doesn't mean exactly it's going to happen, but if we could get over an inch and a half of rain, it would just be so good for that drought situation. And that would be about the average amount. And areas in yellow, that's just anybody watching WCNC Charlotte, we're in that kind of low-end category. So with low-end threat, medium threat, high threat. Now, explain a low-end threat for severe weather.
So a low-end threat, this is pretty much just representing that you can have anywhere from like about a 5 to 10% chance of a severe storm popping up. This is going to be the bottom level that you would have an isolated or 1 or 2 severe thunderstorms, but it's not going to be a widespread. Really, once you get to the medium to high, it's almost going to guarantee that you're going to have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. And one of the lowest thresholds that we have here is just about a 2% chance for a spin-up tornado. It's just a little bit of shear that's in the environment. So those little kinks along the line, you might have a tornado warning that might pop up a little bit later on. Just stay weather aware for that case, but it's a very low-end chance. This is not your typical spring pattern because look at those temperatures. That doesn't really support a tornadic event, but it is tagged under the low threat as well.
And we're just glad to see that it's not really extremely warm or extremely cold. It's a cool day. In fact, if we get to the low 60s, that's above the average for this time of the year. And rain steadily on and off throughout the day. And that 7-day forecast tomorrow, there's a slight chance of showers, minimal chance. Thanksgiving, if you got plans traveling wherever you go, I mean, that's the kind of that, you know, if it's in the upper 50s, sunny. That's Thanksgiving weather.
You almost want this now, and it's not great travel for today, but then things do change tomorrow. But I want to kind of harp on what we were talking about for the first 2 days. Don't go back yet. Notice how it says 62, 55, 63. There's a good chance that that high temperature is going to be hit later in the day, because look at this is very rare. Usually it's going to peak around that 3 to 5 o'clock hour this year, and it comes down. That's a warm front, so it's that warmer air. So that's why we have a much better chance for storms heading into the evening, because that's where most of the instability comes. If you have this main line roll through, say, now to 3 o'clock, it's too cool. You don't have the right ingredients. So that's why it's this evening that's going to be the main prime time. So realistically, our high for today will likely be hit closer to the end of the evening, and high for tomorrow might even be hit at that same time as well, even though we will be back to
That's a good point to make. And notice our normal high temperature this time of the year is right around 4 o'clock. This is at 7 p.m., 63 degrees. So definitely something to weather aware about as we head towards late this afternoon. But any time between, as Chris was saying, about 6 and 10 this evening, a lot of people will be traveling at that time. So be very careful out there. And back to the 7-day forecast as we head into the upcoming weekend. This weekend is going to be pretty typical, upper 50s. We start next week around 60 degrees. So all in all, we can be thankful the rain is finally here. And we talked about it all last week. And I was joking with somebody yesterday. I said, if we don't get some rain today, I'm out of here.
No. The previous chance, I think it was like, what was it, last Friday, this was supposed to be earlier in the week, that quickly disappeared. If you just said, that means every model is wrong in the country, because this is the most agreeable forecast we've had in quite some time.
And everybody, it doesn't matter what station, what network, everybody's talking about it. So yeah, the rain is here. Be careful, and we're going to be here. So if you need us, we're right here, and we'll see you.
Message any questions that you may have.
Okay. And hey, we'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, right here at WCNC Charlotte. Have a great day.